Well, hello there. Hi, good afternoon. Hi, hey, how are you? Welcome. It's 1 p.m. on a Monday. What are we doing? This isn't the time when we usually get together, but alas, I have work to do and I was doing it off camera and I figured why don't we hang out because I don't need to be filming right now. I'm in the process of filming a new tutorial, but it's a repetitive repeat. It's a repeat pattern, so there's only 2 rows I needed to teach, actually, like on my setup here. So I have to just crochet for like probably an hour. So I figured why don't we hang out while I do it, because like I said, I'm already going to be doing it. So I figured it's either that or me doing it in silence or me doing it while staring at a YouTube video. But I feel like today I've been having a hard time finding something good to watch on YouTube. I don't know why, but this morning it seems like all of my favorite people didn't put any new content out. Good morning, T. Oh, afternoon, T. Hey, Platypus. Good afternoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, how's it going? Oh, thanks, baby. Did you burn your hand? Are you okay?
It's good.
Good. Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at that. So promo. Thanks. So, how are you today? Hey, AJ, good afternoon. How are you all doing this afternoon? I'm working on this hat pattern, which is going to match the fingerless gloves. I mean, I'm not making it match my pair of fingerless gloves because I wanted to do new colors for this video, but the pattern matches the fingerless gloves. So that means it'll be something that you can make with that last tutorial in order to have a matching set, which is good. Or at least I hope it's good. Hey Jack, good afternoon. I see there's a few of us in. Don't forget to like the video as you're coming in though, friends. I drew on eyebrows for you, so you should like the video, just for that fact. I did put a hat on because my hair, I washed it last night before bed, and if you ever go to sleep on freshly cleaned hair and you have short hair, you'll know you wake up with crazy, unmanageable hair. Ooh, loom knitting, that's cool, T. Trying out a new pattern. What are you making? Loom knitting a sock. Trying a new pattern, that's interesting. Galactic Mayo, hello. Good afternoon, funny username. AJ, I'm looking for rehab work since, I don't know. I don't know where you find rehabilitation work. Or how. Or, yeah. I don't know. I would say check government websites if you need help with stuff like that. I always find, well, that's Canada though. Government websites usually have that kind of info. Anywho. So yeah, I'm making this hat and I already filmed the tutorial portion. Now I just need to finish the crochet portion. Hey there. Good afternoon. I forget, Patrick. Patrick is your baby. Your name is, hold on, Natalie? I feel like Natalie is what came to mind first, which usually my first guess is right. So I'm gonna guess Natalie, but tell me your name just so that I can remember, unless you're cool with me calling you either Army Boy or Patrick. Because I have a hard time when I know it's not, I don't wanna say the wrong name, you know. AJ, I know where to look, it's just that I'm having a hard time picking something. Oh, well, good thing we're all hanging out here if you have any ideas. I know what you mean, Laura. I always end up with a massive, bold, flat patch. Yeah, well, I have like this back here. I actually slept last night. Melatonin's working now, friends. So I've been sleeping like without moving very much. So my hair ends up being, yeah, like mashed in on one side and then just wild on the other. Daniela, I'm so sorry. Daniela. Well, you know what though? I knew it was like a feminine floral name. Natalie. Feminine floral sounding. Daniela. Feminine floral sounding. Sorry, my yarn is also caught underneath my table. One sec. Erg. Erg. Arg. There we go. I woke up this morning and I got dressed into cozy pajamas. That was a good day. All your friends call you Danka. Oh, okay, cool. Danke, like thank you in German, or Danke, yeah, like thank you. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I woke up like early, like not early, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, but I woke up and I got dressed into clean pajamas. Like, I put on a comfy t-shirt, I put on my comfiest jammy pants, I'm wearing inside house slippers. I am full cozy today because I knew I was not going to be like on camera, just my hands are on camera today. And I've been having a lovely morning. I also, oh my gosh, you guys, I got a new bullet journal. Well, I didn't get a new bullet journal, I got it forever ago, but I finished, like I filled up my pattern bullet journal. Like, I didn't realize because I haven't been making new patterns in like weeks. Hey Sona. So I haven't been drawing in a bullet journal. So I went to go add a new pattern in, and then my bullet journal was full. So I now have a new one in which I included my nighttime routine because it's the first page of my bullet journal. And then I also have the fingerless gloves tutorial. I wrote 2 more tutorials out. I wrote a really detailed how to single crochet. Look at those drawings. I drew how to single crochet. Do you understand how much time that took me? Like, an unreasonable amount of time. And then I did the same thing for double. I haven't done the, like, drawing it out yet, like in pen. But I did the same thing for double crochet, and now I'm working on this quick and easy ribbed beanie. So I'm writing out the patterns more clearly and in prettier steps because I'm giving them away to my patrons. Everybody who's a Patreon on my Patreon. Everybody who's a patron on my Patreon. I don't know. The word verbiage is hard. But anyway, I'm taking pictures of these bullet journal entries and I'm uploading them onto Patreon. Because I don't sell my patterns, because I don't write them out in PDF form and blah blah blah. But I do want you guys to have the patterns, and I figured a good way for me to do that is to make it a Patreon thing. Let's see. I'm the only moderator. I think you're probably okay. We're at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think you have to put your yarn down. If there's any troll drama, I'll holla for you. I think we're good though. There's nobody around at 1 o'clock on a Monday, like, who's trolling, right? I hope. Let me see. Jaira. Hello, Jaira, is that correct? Jaira? The way I say it is definitely not how pretty it sounds when you say it. Okay. Hey, can you please recommend what I should do as my first crochet project? A dishcloth. Everybody's first crochet project should be a dishcloth. Cotton is the easiest to work with out of all of the fibers. It feels the nicest on your hands. Okay, well, wool does, but I mean, you can't have a wool washcloth. And it's just a square, so it's really good practice for doing the same stitch over and over again. I would say a dishcloth or a washcloth is the best first project. Plus, you get to use it right away, which is a nice feeling. Like the shower after you finish it, you can take it into the shower and now you have a new washcloth. I really like using crocheted cloths as my face cloths. A headband was my starting project. Oh, that's good. Aw, Sona, namaste. Speaking of which, I'm on day 5. Today will be day 6 that I've done yoga each night. Can we have a minute for that? Because I'm going to tell you about my nighttime routine. I think I'll wait till Wednesday to tell you guys about my nighttime routine because I have like a detailed from 7:30 p.m. I know what is going to happen every night. Galactic Mayo, scarf, great idea. Headband, tee, great idea. Beanie, easy. Daniela, true. But those are pretty big projects. They take a little bit of time. And if you're brand new to crochet, like maybe a headband. Because it's nice to be able to get a project finished on one sitting so that you have the confidence to go for a bigger thing. I feel like if you start with a scarf, it can be hard to like finish it, you know? Mine was a holy hat during recess in 4th grade. Good username there. Would you like us to call you something else, or can I just call you Base? I couldn't make a project and then use it on dirty dishes. Yarn is expensive. Yes, well, I don't use them as dishcloths. I use them as the cloths that I wipe the counter down in the kitchen. Because I like the texture on them, so I don't end up with anything stuck to the counter. I also use them as face cloths, different ones. I started many times doing yoga but never stick with it. Me neither, Daniela. I literally never stick with it, but I have been having such frustrating insomnia that I was pretty much willing to do anything. And you guys actually came up with a really good idea last time we talked, where it was like, you need to have a schedule. You need to have a nighttime schedule so that your body knows when it's time to go back to sleep. And I mean, the melatonin probably is helping. I upped the dose. Instead of having the 2.5 milligrams, I'm doing 5 milligrams now, which is helping. Yeah. Well, I'll call you Base, because if I start using your chosen name, we'll have issues with monetization. I don't want that. Oh, awesome. Jaira, thank you, and your pronunciation is correct. Hey, Dina, good afternoon. How are you doing? Laura, Alex, CJ, Chickens, and Rooster, too. Well, doing well, thank you. Yesterday was my mama's birthday, so that was fun. We went over to my mom and dad's house. We're getting used to wearing masks, the whole family around each other, which is good. Finally, everybody's starting to be okay with it. So, like, my sister and her husband, they came to the birthday. It wasn't a birthday party or anything. It was just, we went over for Roma pizza, which is like focaccia pizza kind of. And also we had ice cream cake. So we all wore our masks, which was awesome. Very happy, very proud of my family for doing so. Had to scold my brother-in-law because it's not natural for him yet, so it's still something I had to be like, put it on, when he got there, but you know. Oh, I think you blocked the wrong person, Sona. I think you meant the other one, right? Puppets and washcloths and dishcloths. Great projects. I like washcloths and dishcloths. I'm making a hat right now though, and it's going to be a really cool, easy project. You just need to switch stitches at one point in the row, and then it changes the brim of the beanie to be like a ribbed beanie. When did you start crocheting? Kushbu Sharma. Kushbu. That's a cute name, Kushbu. I started crocheting, like, originally, like, the first time I ever crocheted, I was probably, like, 8. But really, like, when I started crocheting again, like, as an adult, like, in the recent past, I would say probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 years ago, maybe? I'm leaving for New York this evening, not coming back till the 22nd or the 23rd. That's awesome, Dina. What are you gonna do in New York? I mean, hopefully you'll be somewhere safe with your close family and you'll have enough time to quarantine before you go out in public, but I mean, have a good time. AJ, I'm working on a Christmas sweater for me. That's awesome. While I've been crocheting this, I've been wanting to be working on a sleeve. I know it's a hat, but like looking at it, I'm like, oh, I just want that. Would that not be such a fun sweater? What I'm doing for it is I'm mixing this really cool yarn. It's far away. When the ball comes closer, I'll show you. But I'm mixing this like rainbow 90s colors. You can see the colors with a red and green ball of yarn, and it's kind of really cool. Hey Aditi, good afternoon. I'm crocheting back piece of my puffy sleeve cardigan. Oh, that's exciting. Ooh, that would be really pretty. A puffy sleeved cardigan. Ooh, that might be fun. Anita, hi Anita. I'm trying to do slippers. One turned out way too small. That's frustrating. I hate doing pairs of anything, honestly, because anytime I do a pair, one is not correct. Somehow I miss a stitch. It looks like a Cosby sweater color. You know what? It's like, it's a 90s. It's very like The Lion King during the song Just Can't Wait to Be King. That movie, the old one, obviously, because why did they even try to make a live action version? But like, anyway, during the song I Just Can't Wait to Be King, you know, so many inappropriate jokes to make. No, don't, no. I want to make them so bad. Yes, it is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's hard to make pairs of anything. That's honestly one reason I don't do socks and one reason I don't do mittens. Fingerless gloves, it's easy to count my stitches. Mittens, one always turns out wrong, and then I rage, can't give it as a gift. Dina, visiting a couple of friends. We have to quarantine for 3 days once there and had to take a test. Oh, good. Wow, that's responsible. 5 days is the recommendation here. 5 days before, because you will show symptoms in 5 days. Galactic Mayo, is your dog's birthday. I'm drinking water and working on a pair of fingerless gloves for my grandma. I gave the pair of fingerless gloves that I did the tutorial on, I gave those to my mom along with a red cowl. So she has a cowl. She already has many hats from me, so she didn't need a new hat. But I gave her the fingerless gloves and I said, wear them, and we'll see, maybe she'll wear them. Hey Austin, good afternoon. Must use filter. Thank you, Helmet. Also, hey Helmet. I hope everyone is staying safe and well. So far, so good. Although yesterday I did have a little bit of a rage moment at my parents' farm. I'll retell this story Wednesday, so I'll just give like a brief overview. Basically, I was at my parents' farm for my mom's birthday. I was in mask, my parents were in mask, my sister, everybody was wearing masks. And then my mom and dad, my mom sells her like jam. She makes jam and tomato sauce, and like she's a farmer, so they sell like farm things. So people come, and my mom makes like Christmas cookies and pies and stuff, and Sunday is the day a lot of people come to pick up their pies. And somebody came to pick up their order and wasn't wearing a mask, neither was their elderly counterpart. And then they were following my dad around while my dad was, you know, explaining, he was like offering extra things, because like right now there's a lot of carrots in the ground, so people like to come and pick the carrots. So he was saying, we have carrots, we have parsley, I'll get you a pair of scissors and you can pick what you want. Anyway, they started like walking into the garage, and I full on, like it's not the garage, it's a barn. They were coming into the barn because my dad was coming to the barn, and I full on was like, you can't come into the barn without a mask, sorry. And they were like offended. And then when my dad was speaking to them, I called him and I was like we were not far away from him. And I was just like, 6 feet, Dad, because he was like, it was like when you're talking to someone, it just keeps like, the distance keeps shrinking. And he was like, oh, okay. And he took a step back, and the person was like, honey, you know the cases are only going up here because they're doing more testing. And I was like, what? You can't say that. You're not that person. Please, you're in Canada. We don't believe that here. We know the cases are going up percentage-wise. Like, the people are sick here. Our town is sick now. We have people in our hospitals in our town. And I was like, I just said to her, like, that's not true. And she said, oh, I know someone, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're lying. You're incorrect. The information you're reading is incorrect. The number of cases is not going up because the number of tests is going up. The number of cases per 1,000, like per million, you know what I mean? Like, no, wrong, incorrect. Our towns are struggling because of this drama that the whole world is in. And I was so irritated, and I was just like, I said that's not true. And then I had a minor argument, at which point I took a deep breath, far away from that person, and as long as my parents are staying back and staying safe, like, and she said, well, he's wearing a mask, and I said, but you aren't. The mask protects you. Like, me wearing a mask is to protect you from my spit. You're wearing a mask to protect me. So you coming here, not wearing a mask, is only putting us at risk. We're keeping you safe by wearing a mask. It was I didn't like it. I don't like it, I have to say. So I got a little ragey, and I had a hard time like shaking that feeling. I had like such a good day at my parents' house, and such a good day before going to my parents' house, and it shook my whole evening. Like, I did yoga and tried to do like, I've been doing this thing because one of you guys said like try mindfulness and meditation, and I suck at it. Oh hey Rhoda, good afternoon. Austin, I'm trying to get caught up for crocheting my advent, still on day 3. Oh yeah, you're a little behind at this point then. Jaira, oh my god, they should wear a mask. I really feel bad for the people. Yeah, but some are just so irresponsible. That's what's frustrating. And the frustrating thing to me is both of my parents are older and they have risk factors. Like, my parents are older people with risk factors. My mom is the primary carer for my grandpa. Thank you, T per 100. You got the gist of it, you know what I mean? So, anyway, yes, my mom is the primary carer of my grandpa. Alex is immunocompromised, so like if people are coming and making my parents unsafe, I can't interact with them. So for me, it's a frustrating thing. Like, I want them to have a masks required on the farm protocol because I don't want to go visit if I'm putting my, like, one and only at risk, you know? Dina, I feel the schools should have closed and reopened in January. Well, yeah, well, that's not what happened, and it's not what happened here. I mean, there's a bunch of schools closed, but they're closed, like, because of outbreaks. They're not closed because, like, for a long time. They're just closed until they're, like, sanitized or whatever. But yeah, not ideal. Yeah, I don't know what FFG meant either. Done, not FFG. Hold on. Oh, president should have done at least a 2-week lockdown. I see. FFG1 was meant to be done. Very good. Austin, but I finally finished my traveling corner-to-corner blanket. Oh, cool. That's fun. And Daniela, fortunately, most people are considering others and wearing the mask. Well, yeah, most people. But the problem is, since my parents are on a farm, people are like, well, we're outside. And I'm like, you should be wearing... Anyway. Rage. Angelica, hi Angelica. People being ignorant about it is so frustrating. Why can't people be considerate of other people's health and well-being? It's not that hard. Yeah, I know. And then there's, yeah. And then she tried, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters a lot to me, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Also, we had I want to share it with you guys because it's something that really happened. I'm sorry you have to deal with people like that in Canada too. Honestly, Angelica, for the most part, I haven't had to deal with them. And the fact that when I said you're not wearing a mask and you can't come in here, like you should have had one on you. You left your home. There's masks in my car all the time. Like if somebody makes a comment to you at a location, like during this whole thing, you'd think it would be pretty easy to just put one on. Anyway, if there was no testing, how would we even know the number of infections? It's not about the testing, it's about the infection rate. Exactly, exactly. So if we were testing, yes. I feel like most people are on the same team because, like, that's like saying, like, let's stop testing, then we won't have any cases. It's just not true. If you stop testing people, okay. I don't need to get ragey about it. I already was ragey about it yesterday. I've been feeling really good today. They everywhere. Yeah, they everywhere, unfortunately. But I haven't had to deal, like, at least it's mandatory and nobody is doing the drama of being like, I have a breathing problem, I can't wear a mask. Like, people are wearing masks out in, like, stores, so that's good. We have police cars, T said, circling the main roads about 5 times every hour, collecting money from people not wearing them. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. The drama. I said that to Alex, like, if you give people expensive enough tickets, it'll stop them from doing the thing you don't want them to do, you know? Anyway, bit of a bummer. Oh, also, I painted my nails, friends, because they're long enough now to paint. They're still very short, but I've stopped picking at them for at least like a couple of weeks, so there's no longer like blood or anything. They're growing back. I have like a nail picking anxiety business, so it's just like, for me, it's pretty good to have some long fingernails. Long. Helmet, people here in the US are worse. They associate freedom with irresponsible choices and loud ignorance as virtue. Empathy for the emotions. Hold on. Empathy for the emotions that is stupidly elicited. Thank you, Helmet. Thank you for the empathy, because I get so mad about it because it's not taking away any of your personal freedom. People are saying like, oh, it's teaching our children how to be in servitude to the left, blah 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 blah, and it's like, no, there's a virus. We're wearing masks as to not spread the virus. Like, it's not a conspiracy. It's just not. Ugh. There was a lady at the dollar store where I lived, and she didn't have a mask on, and she was like opening products and drinking and eating them, and I was like, hey, that's inappropriate. Yep, makes sense. But got mad when she was kicked out of the store for not having a mask. Well, here she wouldn't have even been let in. They have like people at the doors who have hand sanitizer at a little table, and they ask you if you have any symptoms. Obviously everybody who goes in says no, but I mean, you know. Marta, hi Marta. Here in Spain, it's mandatory. Good. If something like that happens here, you can call the police. Yeah, well, my parents are a small business, right? They're like a farm that is run by two older people. So it's not like a store. It's like people come and it's an outside transaction, like people e-transfer or pay into I don't know what it's called. It's a box. So like it's not the same as like a regular store. So I don't think people think that the rules are the same. But it's like at the beginning of this whole drama, well, not the beginning, it was like June. People were still asking like, can we use your bathroom? And my parents were like, no, like we can't have people inside. Like, what do you, no, go away. Pick your apples and skedaddle. Anyway. So that gave me a little bit of rage. We also had a pretty upsetting thing happen when we got home. And I don't even have, like, I want to say like, oh, I'll wait till Wednesday to share it with you, but I don't really have much to share with you if I'm being honest. We lost a chicken. Like one of our white chickens is gone. Just like gone. And the white chickens are like factory farmed, they're like factory farmed rescues, so they're very not intelligent and they're very friendly. So like the animal didn't run away because they don't, like chickens stay together. But yesterday when I was putting them away, I noticed that we were missing a white chicken, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, we're missing a white chicken, and there was no body. There was no feathers. There was no evidence that anything happened. So my guess is that something literally took it away. But what's weird is that none of the other chickens were weirded, like were behaving weird, and none of the other chickens had any damage on them. There was no sign that anything had happened, and the gate was still closed. All the chickens were inside when we got home, and I don't know, but I think, because, okay, chickens make this like screaming noise when they're being attacked by a rooster for mating. It's like, ugh, it's like, I don't know how to explain, but they make this noise and it's like they're not having a good time, but they also don't run away from him. So I heard that noise early in the day and I didn't get up. Like I was sitting here and my chickens are maybe like 50 feet away from me right now. Like there's a room and then the yard like outside, but I heard that noise and I remember hearing it and going, that's weird. He usually does that in the evenings. He doesn't usually mount any of the other chickens until it's nighttime, like right before they go in, or first thing in the morning right when I let them out. He doesn't bother the girls most of the day. So it stuck in my mind as, that's weird. He doesn't usually mate with the girls during the day. And I went about my day. So I feel like, what if that wasn't what was happening, and what if something was taking my chicken away? But I think it had to have been a bird of some kind. Yeah, Stephanie, I feel like it must have been a bird, because there was no evidence that anything had happened. So like, I don't know, I feel like animals, if something had dragged it away, like a four-legged animal, shouldn't there be like feathers or like sign of a struggle? So I thought like maybe it was something that flew away with it. I don't know. So we lost Rosie. Rosie is gone. And Alex said like maybe she's just gone, not dead, but there's no, chickens are not, they don't survive in the wild, you know? So that was a serious bummer to come home to realizing. And I can't do anything about it because I didn't see who did it or what did it. So I can't, like, I don't know how I could have protected them better. They have tons of hiding spots. They were all in their chicken run, which has a huge area that's covered, you know? That noise is exactly why I made sure to get no roosters. Plus, poor feather babies get up from mating and they kind of limp. Oh, yes, the others would be acting really odd. That's what I thought, right? Like, if you saw one of your friends get taken away by an animal of some sort, would you not be all freaked out? I don't know. Stephanie, so my aunt was told to stay home. Anyways, there she was at the mall. She had a mask, but still, she cannot believe someone would give. Oh, geez, no. If you're waiting for results, you can't be going out. I had to get interrupted with crochet in June because my brother was being born 2 weeks early instead of 2 days before my birthday like we were planning. The interruption was very worth it. That would be a nice interruption. I would love if somebody could just have a baby in my life. Let's see. My rooster's the same way. My cat also got eaten by a coyote, also very recently. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I don't know what did it. I feel like if a coyote got my chicken, wouldn't there be a mess? Like, wouldn't something have, you know, wouldn't there be evidence that something had happened? And I walked like around our yard, not just in our yard, like the exterior of our yard to see if there was anything, I don't know. Ew, really, T? They're not terribly concerned with their companions. Never had them scream besides hawks and buzzards. Well, they make this noise when there's a hawk coming and it's like, they do like a pigeon noise. Not that I can hear that when I'm inside. I can hear it when I'm out with them. But like, assuming that it was a bird of prey, because that is at this point my assumption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do the wrong number? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. 9. I had raccoons come and attack my chicken coop one night. It was a horrible sight. Well, see, Stephanie, so I know it wasn't a raccoon. I imagine it was a horrible sight, but there was no horrible sight for me. There was nothing to tell me. There was just a chicken missing. So we are short one chicken now, which is sad. Also, another sad thing is, totally, a mild-mannered rooster. He danced in a circle for the hens. This one does that too. He dances around them when he's trying to ask them if he can get on top of them. There's currently only 3 girls that let him get on top of them. 2 of the white ones and also MJ are barred rock, but the rest of them don't let him. And he's so gentle, but it's like, hello, protect the girls. Your job is to protect the girls. That's why we kept you. So, you bet it was a hawk? Well, that's a bummer. Like, I'm sad about it because I feel like I wish I could have, like, part of me feels like when I heard that noise, that must have been when it happened. It could have happened while we weren't home, obviously, but like, I keep thinking, like, what if I just went out to check? Maybe I could have stopped whatever was happening. So, yeah, the white ones are my favorites because they're so friendly, because they are like having a second chance at life, you know? So that's the other bummer, is that like this chicken already lived a terrible, hard life. I mean, since we got them in May, they've been happy and healthy, but still, like, that kind of death is not what I want for any of my pets. You got lucky. Rudy fought a red fox and lost. I checked on him all night, and then just before daylight he passed. He's the only chicken I've ever buried. That sucks. A fox. He tried to protect the girls though. I think that baby, our rooster, is still a little bit, like, he's so friendly. He like, when we went to pick up chickens from someone, their rooster, like, was so angry when he was grabbing the chickens. I don't know. Our rooster's very not problematic with humans anyway. Thank you for your kind thoughts, friends, because, yeah, it wasn't something I cried about. It was something that I felt, like, disappointed in myself about. It wasn't like I don't know. It's a weird feeling because I think of them as pets, but there is a distance from them because they're not really, like, they are pets, but they're farm animals, so it's kind of, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. But, I don't know. Just missing sounds like a fox to me. Well, that's not ideal because I have not ever seen a fox here. People have warned us, like, people have come and said, oh, you have chickens? Keep an eye out for foxes. But, like, we've lived here now. We've had 2 summers here, and I've never seen a fox. This is our 2nd winter here, but I've never seen one, like, ever. Like, I've seen a coyote. 2 times I've seen 3 times I've seen coyotes, like, in the field. 1 time a coyote passed right, like, down our driveway, and I was in the backyard. I was freaking out, but I've never seen a fox. And the coyotes haven't come close to the house before. I mean, obviously, like, food's probably a little harder to come by. A bunch of chickens with nobody watching them. But I don't lock them up in their coop when we go away for an hour or 2 during the day. We just, like, let them, they're in a chicken run, but it's not fenced on the roof, so something could get in. My dogs are scared of my rooster because they have come bleeding and shaking because they got, well, I mean, good healthy fear of a rooster is probably a good thing. Having a good respect for a bird with spikes on its feet. Baby is growing his spurs out now. They are getting they are turning into something now. Like, they're starting to look like a horn on his ankle. But he hasn't hurt any of the girls. He hasn't pulled out any feathers when he has gotten on top of them. He hasn't. The only thing I noticed on one of the white chickens, they have these big floppy, the dangly red thing, not the wattle, comb. The factory farmed white chickens, they're white leghorns is what they're called, and they have big red combs, and once or twice I've noticed that the comb has had a scratch on it, and I feel like it's from him grabbing when he's on them. But yeah, so now we have 17 chickens. When a hawk would come around, I would go out and shoot my pistol. I don't know if you live somewhere you can do that or not. I don't aim for the hawk, I just want it to move on. Well, yes, we have it's not a real item like that. It is it's like for kids 12 and up, you know, it's not really an adult tool, it's more of a plaything. But it does scare off the raccoons. It can't break your skin, ours. Have to be careful as a rooster gets spurs. Well, yes, yes, we're keeping an eye on that because I don't want him to become a mean rooster. He's very friendly right now, and I really like that about him because, like I said, most roosters I've seen or interacted with in any capacity, I feel like they were mean. Like, I remember being chased around by roosters when I would go to a farm, you know? Whereas this rooster, I mean, he's not a fan of thunder, so when thunder comes out, he does stand taller and he acts like he's strutting around the girls a lot. But he hasn't attacked Thunder, he hasn't attacked me ever, and he hasn't attacked Alex. I mean, I'm sure if a stranger came over and started grabbing the hens, maybe he would react differently, but I had aprons for my chickens. Oh, that's cute. Candace, who's usually here, Candace sent me this morning on Facebook a message with a how to make a chicken apron. Did you leave them on the girls all the time? Because when we got Sunflower, who is our silver-laced Wyandotte, she's a beautiful bird, When we got her, she had no feathers on the backs of her wings and no feathers on her back. But I saw the feathers on her tummy, and I could see that she was a silver-laced Wyandotte. Like, she's very beautiful feathers on her tummy, but she was hideous. Like, I have a picture of her here. You'll be, like, it's kind of surprising, like, how awful she looked. And when we got her, I wanted her. I wanted that chicken, and I saw the ad, and she was listed as, like, $5 because she was ugly. But they were like, she's a year old, but she looks like garbage. So when I went there, I was like, what happened to your bird? And they were like, she's molting, which is not true because this is what she looked like when we got her. Let me see if that'll focus. When we got her, that's what she looked like. She had no feathers at all. It was just hideous. And now, do I have the pictures on my phone? No, why would I have that? I think I do. Yeah, now she's beautiful. She's a beautiful bird now. Fully feathered out. She's just so pretty. There's a baby in the back there. But yeah, so when I bought her with an old hen that was like, they were getting rid of the old hen. They said that that hen was a year old too, but she doesn't lay eggs at all. So that wasn't true, which didn't really mind, like I didn't really mind because I like chickens, like I enjoy them. But since we got Sunflower, all of her feathers grew back. So that was from a rooster, and the rooster that was there was stunning, like so beautiful, and they were offering the rooster for free. I'm glad I said no because I didn't want a rooster, but also, wow, like mean rooster. And she's so beautiful from the start to me. Me too. I saw her and I knew she would get better because I knew, like I could see her skin was raw and red, but it wasn't like burned. She still had all of her pores, and I was like, she's gonna grow her feathers back. I know it. And throughout the summer, she was always in the shade. She would get a sunburn if she wasn't, and she must have knew that. She must have known that because she was always in the shade. But now they've all grown back, and she's this beautiful, puffy little silver-laced Wyandotte. She's just a beautiful bird, and she's much more friendly now than when we got her. All of her feathers grew back. The same thing happened with Poppy. I'll show you a picture of Poppy. She's our red sexling. She's like in my top 3 favorite chickens because she used to be such a, excuse my language, a bitch as a chicken. As far as chickens go, she was just kind of like, I don't know, mean. Like she was mean, and she had so much attitude, and I love it. I think it's so funny. So I thought she was a lot of fun. And sorry, I'm just trying to find a picture of her. But when we got her, she had no feathers on her head, and she looked, oh God, she just looked terrible when I'm looking at a photo right now. Okay, so you can see she has no feathers on her face at all, or on her head, and her wings are like damaged. She was scrappy and like mean. She was mean to the other chickens, and she was a scrappy little lady. And now, she was always trying to escape. Oh yeah, and she was always trying to escape when we first got her. Thank you, Alex. Oh, I don't have the picture of her on my phone. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, well, that's annoying. She's fully feathered again. She has full feathers all over her face. She doesn't even look like the same bird. Like I mistake her for a different bird that we have often now because she just looks like a beautiful, healthy red bird. That's terrible, the poor chicken. Yeah, I just hold my rooster when he does something I don't like when he pecks the kid's toes. It's a dominance move, but it works. Yeah, well, that's what I did with Poppy. I would just pick her up and carry her around, and it was like, oh, it's not an option for you to be mean. She never tries to escape anymore. When we got her, I got her for free from a neighbor because I noticed a neighbor up the street had chickens. And so I pulled over and said, where did you get your chickens? I'm looking for chickens. Also, if you cull your chickens at the end of the season, because a lot of people just get chickens for the summer, for the eggs, and then they kill them in the fall, which, whatever, to each his own. I didn't know if he was doing that. And he said, oh no, we just keep all of our birds once they age out. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said, come back in a little while and I will give you a bird. And the bird he gave us was Poppy, and he was like, this bird keeps escaping and she doesn't like the others. And I was like, Great, let me add her to my bird community. And now she's awesome. She's still alpha. She's totally an alpha female, but she's awesome. She doesn't let Baby get anywhere near her. Baby is the rooster again, but she's super fun. I really like Poppy a lot. But anyway, the sad news of us losing Rosie, I don't know what did it. And I'm hoping that, I don't know, I'm hoping I'll find something to tell me that, I don't know. Like, she's obviously been taken by something. Hi Lele, good afternoon. And Kathy Jo, good afternoon. And hold on. Oh, Bee's here. Hey Bee. How I got to crochet, Galactic Mayo. My great grandma, oh, her death this year, and my decision starting from my grandma that at least one person should learn to crochet. That's, well, good. I'm glad you learned. Oh, well, good. That's also not what happened. Stephanie, they will pull on their combs and their feet dig in. That's why I think roosters are beautiful, but I can't have them around harassing my girls. Well, benefit so far anyway is that Baby does not harass the girls. He's not really bothering them. And he's very good about like keeping them together. He calls them when he finds food, which is the cutest thing in the whole world. Like when I bring out food, if I give him bread, he'll like take a big chunk and then bring it over to where the chickens are and make this really cute noise. Like, here's the food, here it is, and then he'll let them eat out of his face. Like they'll be taking bites of a bun that he's holding in his beak. It's very sweet. And I didn't want a rooster either. When we got Baby, we got Baby and Handsome, but they were both supposed to be female. And then they both turned into roosters, and we luckily were able to rehome one of them, the mean one, to a family who they lost their rooster to a animal attack, so they needed a new rooster to protect their girls. And so he was a good mean rooster, and we sold him as a mean rooster. Like I said, good mean rooster. And that's what they wanted, so we got him a new home, which was good. But Baby is so beautiful, I don't want to get rid of him. And also he's friendly. So Laura is where I basically started. Really? Well, welcome. I'm glad that I could be a learning nice thing in wake of something devastating and not so nice. I hope that your grandma would be cool with the way that I teach it. Stephanie, I had a pet turkey. I loved him and he was so smart. Really? I've heard turkeys are dumb. Like, dumb. Every time that I've gone to a farm where there's turkeys and I say, oh, they're so cute, I feel like I just want one to be like a pet around the farm. And they were like, if you only get one, it'll die. And I was like, why is that? Because they just accidentally kill themselves. Okay. So, no turkeys yet. I think the next bird that I want in my like future farm goals would be, I don't know, quail. I do want to get guinea hens because I think that's so fun that they're like wild birds that you feed sometimes. But they're apparently too loud. Like I don't want to bother my neighbors. I know, people say that, and yet yours was fine. It is nice that I have a friendly rooster, it's true. I'm very happy about it. Because, yeah, I've heard that roosters can be just the worst. My ears are ringing right now. Like, all of the white noise just stopped around me, and for real. Laura, shake some flour around and look for footprints. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. That's a tonight idea. Unless it's gonna rain. Then it won't be worth it. I have videos of him, so smart and totally protected chickens. Aw, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so obviously he didn't protect the chickens yesterday, at least for part of the day. At least for a moment. There was at least a moment when something else arrived and removed a chicken from the chicken run. But I like the idea of flour. Laura, I'm here thinking of following your cropped sweater tutorial as my first project because it really looks good. I don't know about first project. I feel like you could probably do it. It's not a terribly difficult design, but for your first project ever, it's a lot of yarn and a lot of time. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not that it's difficult, it's that it won't be finished in a day. And whenever I start a new hobby, I try to start small so that I can enjoy what I've made, as opposed to jumping into something difficult. Like if knitting, I wouldn't start by knitting a sweater because I know that I would get frustrated and then never knit again. So whenever I pick up knitting needles and think about getting started on something, I usually am looking at square patterns, you know? I've heard that, Stephanie, that you can either buy coyote urine that keeps coyotes away, but also adult male human urine apparently can keep predators away. I haven't gotten there yet, to the point where I'm saying to Alex, go pee outside. I've not gotten there yet, but we have used a raccoon prevention spray, and it's probably got some kind of predator urine in it. But it kept the raccoons and everything away all summer. I'm feeling like winter is going to be more difficult for us than summer, because in the summer there's so much food available to all the predators, whereas in the winter, you know, pickings become a little bit more slim, so my chickens therefore are at a greater risk of becoming food for someone else. Galactic Mayo. I taught my dog also, hold on, I taught my dog how to play rock, paper, scissors. Took about 5 minutes because she's very smart. Thunder can do a lot of tricks, but he's not smart. He has a good memory. Like, he can't figure something out. It gets, things like having to make decisions is very stressful for Thunder. He gets frustrated really easily when he doesn't understand what I want, but if he learns a trick, he remembers that trick forever. He's really smart in that way. He's really smart in that he can memorize things way. He's not smart, like he can't figure out how to open a door or anything like that, or like he can't cause trouble the way a cat can because he doesn't think about like things. He's a very good sleeper. Oh, also, good news, I have a vet appointment for CJ for tomorrow. Maybe my husband went out and took care of it. I mean, maybe he was the predator, yeah. Not in that way, in like a predator animal way. That word has now got multiple meanings. Now I'm demonetized. I'm talking about foxes when I'm saying that. Anyway, I got a vet appointment for tomorrow for CJ. So our old cat, our elderly cat, I don't know if you can see him. I think you actually can. That's him right there. Anyway, our senior cat is not doing great. Like he's eating a little. He drinks water. He's still using the litter box. He's still meowing when he's awake, but he's having a harder time than he was. So for that reason, I've got a vet appointment for him tomorrow, which is great because I called so many vets last week trying to get him an appointment, and the closest thing I could get was January 7th. And then I called this vet that's like half an hour away in St. Catharines, and they had an opening for Tuesday, tomorrow. So, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be taking CJ to the vet and hopefully getting something to make him feel better, because I want him to put on some weight, especially with the winter months. Like, he wears a sweater and we keep the house warm, but you know, I'm always cold in the winter, even if it's not cold. So I imagine smaller animal also feels that way. It was really funny teaching her because she started petting my other dog. That's funny. I love those videos when people say like, who's your best friend to a dog, and then the dog like puts their paw on their fellow dog. I think those are the cutest. My dog called Mellow, and she was the most crazy dog I've ever seen. That's so funny. What kind of dog was she? Mellow. I have a chicken named Marshmallow, but that's Mallow, I guess. Marshmallow. My partner is 2 hours late from the vet. Oh no. No, if something dramatic happened to you, wouldn't your partner call you? If there was a veterinary reason, wouldn't you get like a call or a text? I hope so. That sucks. That's annoying as the person not at the vet, because then you just worry. Guys, have you got any book recommendations? Not right now. I'm not reading currently very much. I mean, like articles. I'm not reading like books right now. Oh, a golden lab. That's nice. I mean, I prefer golden retriever, but labs are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do that again? I did. Frickin'. Come on, Laura. Hold it together. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my stitches counted. I hope the dog gets better. I have a cane coral, Gracie, aka Gracie. Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness, she is smart. I love her. I hope my cat gets better. Yeah. T, what's your partner at the vet? Who's your partner at the vet with? I've never regretted getting my 2 dogs after a previous dog died because we had to put him down because he had cancer and wouldn't have been able to go to the bathroom anymore. It's very depressing. It is very depressing, but you did the right thing as opposed to letting your sorry, I just read the next comment. Can somebody out that comment? Anyway, it's good that you made the decision for your pet because your pet can't make that decision for themselves. So you did the right thing, even though it was horribly depressing and very difficult for sure. So yeah, I'm not ready to make that decision about CJ. I realized that when I was trying to call these vets, like trying to get an appointment just to find out what's wrong with him. And I was like, oh, I'm not ready for them to tell me that he's just old and sick. I'm not prepared. I realized that. I'm hoping they'll be like, no, he has an ailment. Here is a pill. It will be fixed. But won't know until tomorrow when we go. Oh, a cane corso? Oh, those are nice ones. We had a neighbor when we lived in Ottawa who was a cane corso, and it was, oh God, he was so pretty. He was all white. I think they're all like that. And he never was on a leash. The person who walked him had 2 dogs. One was like a rat terrier of some kind, maybe a Jack Russell. Just choked on my spit. Anyway, they had this like Jack Russell type dog and a cane corso, and the cane corso was always like 30 feet behind, 30 feet behind the man walking the Jack Russell, and it was the cane corso was walking at like so slow that by the time they would finish their walk, the Jack Russell, they'd turn around and the cane corso would still be coming towards them. Like, it was so cute. And he would stop and let me pet him, the dog. The person would keep walking. He was always like on the phone or something. So he would just like wave, and I would pet his dog. And after a few seconds of me petting the dog, the dog would look up, notice that his dad was like a little bit away, and then like just start walking away from me. Like it was, oh sorry, I have to go. They're walking. And it made me always happy just how chilled out this dog was. Hey Lori, good afternoon. I'm working on a new pattern. I've already filmed the instructions for it, which is why I'm streaming now, because I don't want to just sit and crochet in silence. Hey Galactic Mayo, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Going to a meeting to help prevent... Good, that's great. Don't get too brought down by how depressing that sounds, but also good on you for doing something to make your community better. Kathy Joe, too funny. Aren't they though? They're just so funny looking. They look so tough, like any of the Mastiff breeds, but really, not really. Gyra, I'm finishing my book, so I'll give it a go. Oh, what did Gyra say? I think you should read The Chronicles of Narnia. Yes, that is a good one. A good series. It's like a Harry Potter series, you know? It's nice to know there's another book after it when you're enjoying the writing so much. So, this pattern, my plan is to get the rest of the pattern finished today, like the filming of it, and then I'm going to edit this evening and tomorrow, and probably the video will go out the day after that, because I am feeling so much more motivated in the last like week and a bit. So hopefully that will translate to more videos coming out, because I want to make this a thing, and I feel like I fell behind in the last couple of months, so I'm back on to where I can make things again. Our dog is 15, has some issues already. I'm hoping he just stopped for dinner. He told to be put on some bath water. Hold on. Told me to put on some bath water, and it's cooking now. Cooking? Where? How? Like a big pot of water? Literally like cooking bath water? Caused by, oh, poor baby. Every time a dog goes into heat, he suffers. Oh, that sucks. Hey there, Deanne. Nice to see you here on a Monday. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I was filming, and then I finished the instructional portion of myself filming, like I did the overhead shot at my work desk of this hat. But I was at the point where I just needed to crochet back and forth for like an hour, and I was like, what am I gonna do for an hour? Just stare at the YouTube video? But there are no YouTube videos out right now. Like, I didn't have anything in my queue. There was nothing for me to watch, so I figured we could hang out instead. This is gonna be a cute hat. I wonder who I'll give it to for Christmas. So I did a ribbed, the first 10 stitches are ribbed. That way when it's finished, it'll be like squished in at the bottom. Ooh, that'd be a pretty sleeve, wouldn't it? So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good hat. And the tutorial's pretty easy. Like, my filming portion so far has only been like 12 minutes. And that's 12 minutes of me talking, which is not that bad for a video. So what are you designing? A new hat. I already designed it, and I already... Oh, Alex canceled your thing, Lori. He sent me a screenshot of it. I'll send you a screenshot of it, because I told him to send you, but he didn't. He sent it to me. Anyway, he canceled your thing on the website, but this is going to be the next one that I'm uploading to Patreon. Quick and easy ribbed brim beanie. So look at what I've been doing. I showed this at the beginning, but I did like my nighttime routine. I'm also going to post that on Patreon just because I wrote it out. And then the first one that went up on Patreon is the easy and quick fingerless gloves. And then I also drew out the next tutorial that I might film today, but I might film tomorrow. And that is the very basic how to single crochet. But I wrote it all out, and I tried to write it out clearly so that it can make it like more of a perk that you have access to it, you know? Like I take pictures of this with a pretty background, and then that is the Patreon exclusive, is that you have access to that pattern. So for those of you that didn't know that, if you join my Patreon, you'll have all of my patterns moving forward. Not the previous ones, just from my new bullet journal. I'm going to start taking pictures and adding them. Hey there, Saga! Pretty colors on the new hat. Thanks! I like it too. I feel like it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe for a hat. Awesome, sounds good, Lori. Ooh, Fancy Nancy cardigan. That's what you're working on. Hold on. Hold on. Love your sweater. Did you? Oh, yo, yes, this. Yes, Kathy Jo, I did. Thank you. I understand now. Yes, this is the Fancy Nancy cardigan. You look like a grandmother sitting there with all this yarnery on you. I know, right? I have this cardigan, my hat, I have my lap blanket because I'm 100, and I have my handmade from you guys beautiful throw on my chair behind me, and I'm also crocheting. Hey, there's 36 of us in here, only 11 likes. Hit the like button, people. You're here, you might as well hit the like button because it's helpful for the channel, and you're already hanging out with me, so hello. Anywho, I am a grandmother, Lori. Don't you know? No, wait, I'm not a grandmother yet. Next summer I'll be a grandmother though, because I'm going to keep at least one of the eggs from our chickens, and I'm going to hatch it, which means I will in fact be a grandmother, because currently I am a mother of the dragons that live outside. The chickens are dinosaurs, right? I just noticed Laura's sitting on, under, around, just knitwear. Crochet in general is a good thing to surround yourself with. I think it's good for your soul. So really I'm just healing my soul. Oh, but I've been doing a nighttime routine now for like several days. I think since like last Wednesday when we streamed, when we hung out last. I took your advice. A bunch of you said I should have some kind of schedule to stick to help me get better at knowing when it's time to fall asleep. And I have been. My nighttime routine, I'll mention it. Hey there, V! Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Glad you could stop by. It's nice to see you. I'll still be here on Wednesday. But my nighttime routine starts at 7:30 now, which I think is good. It's good for me anyway. And I have like a whole thing that I've been following through, and I've been doing it every night. And I mean, I slept really well yesterday, so that's good. I have been having wild dreams. Like the melatonin has got to be involved, because I don't usually have very dramatic, realistic, memorable dreams. That's not how my dreams usually are. And these are like with side characters and like plot lines and famous people and family. Like there's a little bit of everything. It's been like adventure time in my dreams for the last like several days. So I think the melatonin's doing that, but I'll take it because I'm not awake. So I'll take dreaming over rolling around awake all night. But yeah, I've been doing my nighttime routine. I've been doing yoga. I've been drinking a big glass of water, which maybe I should do a little earlier in the night because then I don't have to pee when I go to bed. But I do like a whole thing. I think I'm gonna go through it on Wednesday though. Just took a pic of me with my yarny goodness. Let's have a look on Discord. Just so you guys know, there's also a Discord. Good, I'm glad that you have your yarny goodness on you too, Lori. Ooh, that's a nice shawl. Ooh, I love the edge of that. Like a cable around the edge, so pretty. I have a huge stock pot to cook water, and I tip it into the bathtub and add cold water to make it a full bath. Off-grid living takes lots of power to make hot water. Yeah, yeah. That must take a while just to heat up. I mean, off-grid living sounds cool though. Like camping, but glamping. Because it's not quite camping, it's better than that, but it's in the direction. I think I don't want to be off-grid as much as I want to be less reliant on the grid. I don't think I'm brave enough to fully go off-grid, but I do want to be a lot more self-sustainable in my future, which starts this summer with a vegetable garden. At least that's the plan. Hopefully it works out. I'm gonna count my rows after this because I guesstimated that I'll need 66 rows. Thank you, it's my quarantine knitting project to learn cable. Wow, well, you did well because that's a beautiful shawl. It doesn't look like learning, it looks like you knew what you were doing for that one. I have learning garments where I look at them and I'm like, ooh, you really didn't know how to finish a row. It's not straight yet, but I still wear them because they're comfy. Oh, it feels so good to not have pain in my wrists. I've been wearing my wrist braces to bed every night because that's what the doctor said to do. And I've also been taking all my vitamins and supplements and all the things that are supposed to help with my joints. So far so good. Look at me crocheting. Ah, excuse me. I hid the mistakes well. Good. Well done. That's a talent, hiding your mistakes in your garments, right? It's like, it's past novice to be able to hide your mistakes. I would put that more in the level of like intermediate expert. Oh, I also painted my nails pink today because I'm an adult and sometimes I paint my nails. And today I thought, since I'm filming multiple videos, I might as well make my hands look pretty, because I read another comment that was like, I can't even watch this because of her hangnails. And I'm like, sorry, my anxiety does that. Don't know what to tell you. But today, pink nails. My overhead shot was perfectly lit. And I had a flat lay around it. Like I have my string of turtles there and some rocks and stuff, just to add a little. No, thank you. Thanks for asking. Would you mind making me another tea though? Sure. Thanks. Anyway, so what are y'all up to today? What's everybody else doing? I'm literally, today has been just crochet, almost exclusively just crochet. I have to order oil in the afternoon. Now, nothing wrong with the pink. No, I like pink. Pink is my preferred nail color because I have really short fingers. So if they're dark, bright colors, it like highlights that. Whereas I find pink doesn't shorten my fingers down more. Hey there, Freaky, how's it going? Hold on, I have one more, right? Yeah, one more half double crochet. You are correct, melatonin can give you really visual dreams. Oh, okay, well, I figured it was the melatonin because the dreams are very visual and very, very realistic, like strangely realistic. But not scary, just like a lot of entertainment and adventure. Not necessarily fun, because like they're storylines that I didn't really choose for myself, but they're not like nightmares. They're just kind of like a lot. It's like a lot of energy in the dream. I made my own lunch. Oh, you're on crutches. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I actually totally forgot. Well done making your own lunch while hobbling about. What did you have? Or what are you having? Don't eat the crutches. Yeah, don't. It's all crutches diet. That's silly. You sure you're not knitting with a hook? No. Crochet for me. I'm no good at knitting. Knitting's not my thing. Thunder, I'm not, like, you're always so anxious when I talk out loud. It just stresses you out, huh? You just want us to all be in silence all day? That's not how it works, my friend. Don't eat the crutches. Eggs and toast. Ooh, I'm gonna do bacon and eggs and toast for dinner, I think. We had bacon and eggs this weekend, one of the days, because I picked up bacon, and it was very pleasant, and now I want it again. Hold on, I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to get the right number in, or else the brim will be uneven. 10. I wish I had some fresh Canada eggs. I brought over 18 eggs to my mom yesterday. I pretended like they were part of her birthday present, but really we just don't keep up with how much eggs we have produced here. We are producing here. The chickens lay more eggs than we eat. I'm just not that big of an egg person. What I've been doing a lot of the time is just making scrambled eggs and giving it back to the chickens so that they can have scrambled eggs for breakfast. Nice warm breakfast for them. Oh, hi Marta, that's so sweet of you to say. Long time no see. I've been studying like crazy, and even though I'm studying from home, there are no teachers, so yeah, that's not ideal. I'm doing great, thanks. Your hair looks amazing. Thank you very much. It's finally growing. It's like a full faux hawk mullet, which I'm into. The only thing is I want to get it like fixed. Like I want to go to a hairdresser who can like even it out, you know, because last time I had cut my own hair and did a terrible job. So when I went and had it fixed, they were doing their best to fix what I had done. So it required some time growing out. Now it's grown out, but now you can see the areas where it's like not even. Oh well. So, sounds productive. I've been spinning up the roving my daughter dyed. Oh cool, that's cool, Saga. That's awesome. What colors did she do? I haven't dyed yarn. I feel like I stopped making things and I was like concentrating on just being alive. And I kind of didn't do any of the things that I loved in the fall. Like I didn't do any natural dye, I didn't do any crochet. I felt like my wrists really took a lot out of me, having my wrists wounded. My poor wrists were on fire. Marta, well, the teachers just tell us what we should, write about, and I almost wrote a book about it, but I got good grades, so yeah. I get it, like, it's hard for teachers too to teach online when they're used to being in school and whatnot. But wow, I don't even understand how students are functioning. Like, I don't think I could have done university from home. I think I needed the structure of going into a class. I think I would have just failed out of university if it had happened to me, like if the pandemic had happened when I was in school. I don't think I would have been able to finish my degree. High school, I probably would have been okay in high school, but I had really bad ADHD, and again, I need structure. If I don't have structure, I can like I can have a really difficult time keeping everything together, which is probably why this nighttime routine is making me feel motivated, because it's just structure. I just have to have some rules, you know? Jaira, I'm just here studying the whole day too, but luckily in a week we'll be on our Christmas vacation. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, here too, it starts on the 18th, I believe. And on the 18th is the last day I'm allowed to go do anything, because I'm on a 5-day quarantine. So is Alex, so are my mom and my dad. As of the 18th, we're all going on a 5-day quarantine so that my older sister can come on Christmas and be able to spend time near me without a mask on. She's also quarantining as of the 18th, so she doesn't live near us. And the whole world is like, don't travel for Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in order to mitigate any threat that her visiting would cause, we're all quarantining for 5 days before Christmas. And that way, at least we'll know that at the time when we see each other, there isn't anything. Also, I'll just be quarantining over Christmas, because I'll just go grocery shopping for like 3 weeks and then I'll be okay. But the 18th, so I have to get groceries this week, like for sure. But yeah, where's the little baby? I miss him. Where is the little baby? Oh, he just went to lie back down. He's right there. There he is. I guess you can watch him. Hold on. Saga, tomorrow I will get to wrap up my DIY loom for one side of a cushion. The other side will be dragon scale crochet. Ooh, that's cool, dragon scale crochet. I've seen that. I haven't done it. I feel like when I saw it, it might have been called alligator, like way back when, but now I think it's dragon scale, which is cool. I'm into it. I just haven't done it. It's a lot of yarn. It uses a lot of yarn. Running away, take care. Bye, Freaky Geek. Have a good rest of your day. So it's cold again. We're in the negatives here. We had like 8 degrees Celsius the day before yesterday, and now today it's like -4. Always sleeping, pretty boy. He's not always sleeping. He's sleeping whenever I'm busy. If I'm not busy, he's excited to play. He goes for long walks outside, or I don't know if they're walks, because we're not going like to a destination. It's more like running around in the yard. He likes to run around in the yard. He likes to do this game where we pretend that we're going inside, and then when he gets far away, I call him back, and he's so excited. Like, he'll run away and you'll see him slow down running, and his ears will switch direction like he's listening for me to call him back. And then when I call him back, he's so excited. He has to do a trick when he gets back to me, and then we pretend like we're gonna go inside again. So we'll just walk around the yard pretending like we're gonna go to the door, and then he comes back. And then we pretend, and then he comes back. But somehow it's a very exciting game for Thunder. He's a simple little guy. Very easy to entertain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The downside is he's not into toys, which is a bummer for me, because like I want to be able to throw a toy to him and have him like fetch or whatever. He's not into that. He's not into playing with toys. He's not into fetching. He's not into balls. He's only excited about food. Only excited about food. Bees, so cute. I'm sure whatever you're going to make it will be good. Ooh, bees. Hold on. There we go. I think I'll just crochet some bees and give it as a gift to my friend. Oh, that's cute. Bees. What do you mean? Like amigurumi? Little cuddly bees? I feel like I just make everybody a hat and a pair of fingerless gloves and everybody's always satisfied. Well, my girl's in pain every time it gets cold. Poor baby. The vet said it's chronic and it's from her bones. Oh. Well, Thunder doesn't like the cold. Once it gets to a point where it's like snowing, he's not interested in being outside for very long. At some point, if it's cold enough, he'll just stop like walking. If we're outside, he'll just stop and he'll be like frozen, like he can't move anymore. So he's not a big outside in the winter kind of guy, which is okay. I don't really make him do that because he runs around inside and we play inside, so that's good. Oh, I just lost a nail tip. That sucks. That's One good thing about having short nails that are real, if they're short and they're real, it's harder for them to fall off. But long fake nails do look nice, so I get it. Hey Alex.
Yeah.
Did you make me tea?
Huh?
Did you make me tea?
Yeah, we were get the chickens out first.
Are they out front?
Yeah.
That's not where they go.
No.
Our chickens escaped. I love figuring. What is it?
What are you doing?
What's going on out there? It's just the chickens. I was just kidding. He doesn't even get up though. He's just sitting in his bed, barking. Such a little silly dude. So, sorry, I have all my filming stuff out here. My mic, because I'm going to be filming audio again. I also made another plant pot out of clay. I'm just polishing it with a spoon. So I have this metal spoon, and I've been rubbing the spoon against the clay, and it's been making it shiny instead of like matte clay. It's not fired yet, so it'll turn orange once I put it in the fire. Isn't that cool? I just found a Ziploc bag full of clay that I must have left out, but hey, it still worked. Live on a boat. Oh, so rely on mobile data. Oh, there's 40 people here now. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. I'm crocheting a hat. Welcome. Okay, Alex is coming back, so he scared the chickens back into the backyard. The chickens, sometimes they make their way around to the front. I have them free right now, just roaming around because why not, you know? Just gotta reply to some messages, but back in 15. Oh, hey, Dave, sounds good. Hey, hold it. Nope. Indian orange is a hard color to get. What? Hold on. Hold on. Chloe cries with pain and I always cuddle her until she falls asleep. I can't medicate her every time, so I try to warm her. Poor baby. Yes, I'll still be here in 15 minutes. Just lost my Wi-Fi. Hold on. Good luck. Indian orange is a hard color to get. I didn't see a reference to natural. Hey, 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 hey! Thunder! That's so loud. You're gonna bother everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you
Welcome.
for getting the girls in the backyard again. Kathy Jo, good luck. Indian orange is a hard color to get. I don't know where that is referencing, but orange for natural dye is easy to get if you use wood ash, like soda ash, and onion skins, I think, right? I mean your ceramic bowl. Oh, Kathy Jo! No, it's like terracotta. It's not like orange. It's like, I'll show you. I have others that are already fired. It's not like orange, but it's more orange than it is right now. It turns this color. So this will go into the fire and it'll come out looking more like that, except this one is polished, so it'll be shiny, but it'll turn that orange. Some parts of this aren't all the way orange, but it's orange enough. Thank you, Kathy Jo. The clay isn't ceramic, it's just clay from my backyard that so I ground up the clay and then I mixed the clay with water so that it fully saturated over the course of the night, and then I mixed it up in the morning, waited for the sand to fall to the bottom, collected the sand out of the clay, let the clay dry all the way again, and then I ground it up, added slag in it, so other pottery that had not fired properly, ground it up, and then
That's legit clay.
yeah, and then added it to the powder, added water again, that it was clay ready to be turned into things. So that was, it's not like, it's not proper clay, like it's what I can make with stuff around here. Does that make sense? Hello. Oh my god, hi. Hi. Hold on. Yeah, the yeah from him. He's like, Yeah, he does that, the like, he has to have the last word. Little jerk. Saga, my daughter dyed fire colors in a gradient. Ooh, that's cool. She's going to dip dye the crocheted dragon scale side in Wilton Violet. Ooh, purple to blue. That'll be cool. That's kind of fun. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of us here today. Hi, friends. It's nice to have you. Thanks for joining us. I'm working on this hat that I've been crocheting now for at least an hour and a half. I'm making a pattern, or not make, I've already made the pattern, but the tutorial is going to go out later this week, but I have to finish the off-camera portion of the crochet. So, hello, hi everyone. This is a bit of a full house we've got here. It's nice to have you all here. If you're not joining in the chat and you're just watching, like while we hang out, that's totally cool too, but if you could, hit the like button while you're here because it does help my channel, and we're already hanging out, so you might as well. Also, look at these dogs. Or, well, that's just one dog. This is a cat, but same vibe. Oh, bye! Have a good rest of your day. See you next time. So, for my not next video, I have a video coming soonish, whenever I can finish it, honestly, it's whenever I can finish filming it, on how to make clay, so that's gonna happen eventually. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There were 52 people here for a few minutes.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I guess.
No, you're supposed to be like, no, that's totally normal.
No, that's totally
We always have 52 people. Anyway, I'll start to learn how to knit. Do you knit or have any sweater tutorials? Not for knitting. Exactly, AJ. This is a crochet channel. It's crochet, natural dye, and other homestead style art things. Pretty much, I just want to pretend like I'm at a living museum. You know those like historical museums? I just want to pretend that that's where I am. So I don't have to necessarily dress in costume, but I want to be like making clay out of the dirt from my backyard, you know? Like that's kind of my vibe. Try Marley Bird for knitting. I've heard Marley Bird, didn't she get a collab with, yeah, she totally did, with Red Heart maybe? Hey there, Creative Za. How are you and your family? Bless you and your family. Oh, thank you. I'm well. My family is well. I mean, I'm okay, you know? I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. I am on a better schedule now, so I feel like that is helping me out in terms of like ADD and the difficulties that go with depression and anxiety. I feel like I've been managing them really well lately, which is great. So much so that I had enough mental capacity and space today to paint my nails, which I just have not done in a long time because it's like there's just not enough room in my head right now to add make yourself look pretty for no reason onto the list. So I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Sadie, hey Sadie. Hello Laura, I like your hat. What are you crocheting? I'm making a hat. The hat I'm wearing right now, there is a tutorial for on the channel, but what I'm making right now is, sorry, I'm trying to count my stitches. I'm making a hat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I thought I needed one more. I'm making a hat. This one is gonna have a ribbed brim, which is fun, and it's otherwise worked in half double crochet. So it's back loops only single crochet and half double crochet are the 2 stitches for this one. And it's easy and it's working up fairly quick. I mean, I'm chatting, I'm not working at my top speed, you know? So we've been together for an hour and a half. I'm not quite finished yet. So I would say it's probably a 2-hour hat for like a regular crocheter. Not somebody who's, if you're a fast crocheter, you know what I mean, then sure, it's gonna be a lot faster than 2 hours, but yeah, aren't the colors pretty? It's a mixture of 2 balls of yarn. I have a red and green ball of yarn here, and then on the floor, is it grab it now? No, it's still somewhere. I don't even see it. I'm pulling from the ball on the floor. It's like all these cool 90s colors. Hold on. And ooh, nice, you're doing a tutorial. Yes, I'm back on. Laura, what do you think about Tunisian crochet? Marta, I love it. I think it's really pretty. I find that it's a little hard on my wrists. So I I kind of get tired out of it pretty quickly. So like I can make a headband, a hat, maybe even a cowl, but I don't think that I could make a whole sweater in Tunisian. Also, Tunisian doesn't have the give, so I don't know that I would want to make a sweater out of it because I feel like it would end up pretty, like, not tight, but not, it wouldn't have a good amount of movement, you know? So for me, I think currently the level that I'm at in crochet right now, Tunisian crochet, is not on my radar as one of my top most used types of crochet. But I like it. I like how it looks. Look, we're getting somewhere. It's not quite the size of a hat, but we're getting there. This is one of the first hats I ever made, actually, the one I'm wearing. I love Tunisian crochet. I've only just learned how to do it, and I've learned how to knit too. Well done. I mean, you should though, because you have so much yarn, you know? If you're a yarn spinner, I feel like you're somewhat obligated to pursue yarn-related skill crafts. I have actually a bunch of tutorials coming out though, and I've already written the patterns for them, which I'm very excited about, because I've added, as part of my Patreon, my plan is to try and invest more time into my Patreon moving forward in the new year especially, but even now because I've got a little bit of time moving up to Christmas. So my plan was to be spending more time working on my Patreon and providing actual things to my patrons, as opposed to right now it's more just like, support me on Patreon please. But now what I'm doing is all of my bullet journal pages, I make a page for each design that I do. I write the instructions that I followed to do it. I'm going to put those only on Patreon. So they'll be available to all patrons from every tier. It's not going to be like only if you pay this much or more. It's going to be any tier of patron will have access to these. And that way it's kind of like something exclusive, but I don't necessarily have to design like a PDF pattern, because like that, I think when I get to the point where I'm making my patterns like pretty and PDF like looking like the ones that you purchased, then I'll put them maybe for sale. But I figure I could give out my bullet journal version on Patreon, and that way there's a, you know, there's a incentive to become a patron. The other thing I'm doing for patrons only is a bonus live stream. So I'm going to be doing, moving forward in the new year, I'm working on like my YouTube plan, you know? My YouTube plan for the new year at this point is to do 2 regular streams a week. So Wednesday and let's say like Monday, or you know what I mean? I'm gonna do 2 live streams, like us hanging out. You don't have to be part of anything, you can just join. And then what I'm going to do for patrons is an additional stream that's just for patrons, and it'll be like a chat or a crochet along or something like that, a bonus stream. So I will be streaming 3 times a week, but only 2 of them will be available to everyone, you know? So yeah, that's gonna be the other thing right now anyway. For patrons will be a bonus stream and access to all of my patterns. And I think that's pretty good, considering I have no idea what I'm doing, you know? The world is on fire, and I feel like a lot of me is on fire, although I've been feeling pretty good for like a week. Let's hope it's happening. Like Viking knitting crochet. Ooh, the love, oh, I love weaving and spinning and dyeing and nail binding. Hold on. Like Viking knitting. Is it with like a hook still? Ooh, we'll have to look at that. That bit sounds interesting. Yeah, well, I think it's a good idea, because I think I already draw out my patterns each time, you know? So I feel like right now I've just been drawing them for me, which is fine because, like, you know, do things for yourself, but like the whole thing about being a YouTuber is like you have to diversify your portfolio. You can't just be doing YouTube. It's just not a sustainable income. So diversifying my portfolio, I don't want to have to add in things I'm not doing. Rather, I want to find a way to capitalize on the things I'm already doing. So I'm already making my bullet journal pattern pages. Now what I'll do is include those bullet journal pattern pages for my patrons, which I think is, they'll still be shown in the videos, and the videos will still be free, and I'll still do all of the explanation of the steps in the videos. It's just like for people who want patterns, you know? Hey there, Wilma. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. I saw you commenting that you're not going to be around as much because of work, and I'm glad you could be here today. It's nice to have you. Laura, looking forward to your new stuff. Thanks, Sadie. Well, I already put out 2 new videos in the last week, and I'm putting out probably 2 this week as well, because I have the hat almost finished, and then I have a really beginner-friendly one coming out as well. Don't worry about it, Sadie. I'm glad you're here. I need to out it out here, Laura. I'm sorry about my attitude. Don't. Honestly, I'm glad you're here, and all water under the bridge. And I'm in a better space anyway, so I'm glad you're here. Hold on. I gotta take my driver's test tomorrow. Oh, that person is possibly a troll. They said some inappropriate things earlier, so be aware, those with hammers, that base may be a troll. Sorry if you're not base, but you came in here with some inappropriate messaging, so unfortunately we've got to keep an eye on you. And you shall be removed if you are inappropriate. We don't deal with impropriety here. We are a family-friendly... no, we're not. But you know what I mean. But I do. It's played on in my mind a bit. Well, that's called anxiety. And don't worry, same about everything I ever do. So I'm sorry that it's been plaguing on you, because it's not worth it to worry about that. So I'm glad you're here. Don't worry about it. Not me, I'm not a troll. I'm a cactus. Laura already said it months ago. You were a cactus. Okay, well, which cactus were you? Do you remember? Because I can give you an update on your cactus. Give you all updates on your plants. My goal for next year is to build a sweater closet and fill it with sweaters. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of work, but you know what? Do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I want to do more sewing next year. I'm making like a maker's to-do list, you know, instead of having it be, I'm gonna work out. No, I'm not. I'm gonna eat really healthy. Like, probably not. Instead of making it that kind of goal that's just not realistic, instead I'm gonna make it goals that I actually want to work towards. Like, not goals that I have to like make in order to make myself do the thing, rather things that I'll be excited to finish. Okay, so you're still a tiny cactus. Sorry, Marta. That cactus doesn't grow. It doesn't die, but it's not growing. Also, the baby lizard, in case you guys wanted an update, is alive. So that's good. I'd love to make a dress like Laura's 50s style. Oh, I have something. This is actually something I want to make on camera. So it's funny you should say 1950s style, because the thing I want to make is, in fact, 1950s style. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So, don't mind me. I'm just wearing pajamas all day. And I have a lap blanket. Okay. What I'm wanting to make on camera is this. This cute little bralette type thing. It's a 1950s vintage pattern. I think I want to make this one because there's a couple of different shapes. Available. And I think that's the one that I want to make. But I don't like halter tops. So maybe what I'll do is the sleeveless one instead, or the whatever. The halter topless, strapless, Laura. Anyway, baby dragon is mega cute. Oh yes, isn't he super cute? I know, he's very little and I love him. And he eats fruit flies and he's still alive, which makes me feel awesome. He's actually in this terrarium right here. This one is just for propagating Hoyas. And this oh, you can't see it. There's a gigantic one beside me, and that one's just for plants. I think it'll be good too. I think so. Wilma, I'm excited for it because I want to sew again. I haven't sewed anything in a little while. I moved all my sewing equipment to one of our spare bedrooms. I moved all my additional craft equipment, which is why it's like clean in here. I know you can't tell it's clean, but it actually, for me, it's clean in here. I cleaned up my desk. I've been motivated. I've been doing a lot of things that require motivation from me. Like, for me, it's not necessarily easy to get myself motivated most of the time. But I am on a good, strict regimen of medications and supplements, and I have a schedule now, which I think is part of the cure for me. Well, at least it's alive. Maybe I'm baby cactus forever. My soul is young. Yeah, and also your soul is safe because it's a prickly little cactus. Don't forget thumbs up, guys. Yeah, totally. Don't forget thumbs up. If you're here, you might as well. That's what I always say. We're already hanging out anyway. And after I finish my hat, I just have one last outro to film, which I'm excited about because then I can have a whole pattern finished again, which I love. I make my own sewing patterns now, no more store. Well, I make certain sewing patterns for myself, AJ. Like, I can make a sewing pattern for the bodice of a dress because I've done that a million times, but I don't know how to make a nice fitted top, halter top, which is kind of what I'm thinking for this. Is I want to make it some kind of crop top thing that can go with a knitwear item. It's not going to be like just a bra. I'm going to bring it down a lot so that it's got some shirt qualities to it. I just want to be able to wear things without bras, so I have to make them because when I purchase things, they're not meant to be worn without bras, so it's just like nipple city. So I want to be able to make a few garments that are meant to be worn without a bra so that they have a little bit of structure already in. Like my dresses. All of my dresses require no bra because I sewed them with lining, and I also sewed them like in a structure that holds my boobs up in a nice way. So I want to do that with like shirts, not just dresses, you know? Thank God you reminded me about the thumbs up. Oh, good, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad that you were able to remember to. Also, check out these eyebrows today. I drew them on for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Also, whoever sent me the stitch markers, again, I'll just say thank you. I don't remember who it was who sent this specific one. It might be that this one is from Nikki for Christmas last year, but I can't remember. And it's helping with this pattern specifically because I don't like counting stitches. I saw in another stream that you actually got a real chicken. I have a lot of chickens, Marta. Unfortunately, we lost a chicken. We lost our first chicken yesterday. We lost her to a predator of some sort. I don't know what kind because there was no evidence left behind. There was no body left behind. There was no feathers. There was no sign of a struggle. There's just one fewer chicken right now. So we have 17 chickens. We had 18 chickens, but now we have 17 chickens. And we already talked about that, so I don't really want to talk about it again right now because I'm in a good mood and I don't want to think about it because it will put me in a bad mood. And I know that that doesn't make it not real. I know that the chicken is still gone, but I can't do anything about it. I love the yarn you're using. What brand is it? It is Opal, I believe. O-P-A-L, and it's from Nancy in Nova Scotia. She sent it to me. I don't remember the brand. I think Opal might be the brand, but I don't know the specific. I took the labels off of everything because I am an idiot and I just got rid of them. Not the birds, not the men ones. I mean, Marta, I'm not afraid of my rooster. I'm more afraid of the men kind. I love the yarn you're using. Yes, that's lovely. When I was young, I used to feed some chickens at the house I lived in, but oh man, those males, I never ran. Yeah, they, same. When I used to, like, I went to the Dominican for a school thing where you build houses, and the roosters there, like, chased us And then I remember a friend had a farm when I was growing up, and same thing. The rooster was like chasing us around the yard. Our rooster isn't like that. He's like a friendly little guy. He's big. He's a friendly big guy. He's very big, but he's friendly. He doesn't hurt the girls. Obviously, he's not a very good protector because we lost a chicken, but I like him a lot. And he's also an Easter egger, so I want him to make a few chicks next spring so that I can have Easter egger chicks. Marta, I feel you. My male will get very angry easily and actually try to withstand our hot shot. Withstand our hot shot. What does that mean? Will get very angry easily and actually try to withstand our hot shot. What's that mean? What's a hot shot? And Dina, I did my first unboxing. That's cool. That's cool. What did you unbox? Oh, I got a whole bunch of mail. I'm actually getting some more mail tonight. I got a whole bunch of mail on the weekend. All of my Christmas presents came in. Opal. Oh, hey, Nancy! Opal Sock Yard. 75% wool, 25% nylon. Hi, Nancy. Glad you're here. Yes, thank you for knowing what it was. I took the labels off because reasons, right? Like what? But I remembered it was called Opal. I feel like I should get points for that, right? Also, Nancy the Dieffenbachia is currently living in my bathroom and not happy with it yet. We shall see. We'll see how she does. Hold on. I feel that one on your hat, I can imagine it in a sweater. I'm working on a sweater in it, actually. I have the one sleeve done. Okay, it's like a shock collar for dogs, but stronger for animals such as roosters when they're trying to attack. Ooh, okay. Try to withstand our hot shot. Okay, I understand now. Agreed. There are indeed, Marta. And thank you for mentioning it. Mentioning other things is fine. I'm just not, as long as people aren't like fully like selling things in my chat, that's not my goal with the streams. It's just a hangout, so yeah. But I didn't know what that was, Galactic Mayo. Thank you for that. You never fail. You go, girl. I mean, I've been kind of failing for the last 6 months at putting out videos in a timely manner. Like last year, the number of videos I put out, the number of videos, like tutorial videos I filmed last year was immense, a lot of, and then this year, 2020, hasn't been. It's like an average of 1 every 2 weeks. I think I'm at like 27 tutorials this year, which is not nearly as many as I made last year. So yes, I'm back to making things more often, but 2020 was tough. 2020 was tough. It was not the best. I mean, it hasn't been my worst year ever. I think 2019 was my worst year. Maybe I feel like it was 2019 when all the things happened. But 2020 has been kind of rough. My wrists started giving out. My anxiety came back. I mean, I'm dealing with it now. I'm dealing with all the things now, which is why I'm feeling good. But geez Louise, you know. Update me a bit. How are you doing? Are you better with all this situation of 2020? It's like going to McDonald's and talk about Burger King there. Yeah. Well, I'm doing okay. The whole 2020, I'm not a big fan of people belittling the state of, not belittling, with people minimizing the state of the world because it's not in a good shape right now. It stresses me out. Totally, Wilma. One day at a time. I've also had to do this thing, and honestly, it might be considered mindfulness, so maybe I really am listening to you guys on this. What I've been doing is, like, while I'm brushing my teeth at night, I, like, have, like, it's not a mantra, because I'm not, like, actually repeating it. I'm basically saying, like, I'm safe. My family is safe. I'm at home. My pets are safe. You know what I mean? Like, because for me, the way anxiety manifests is usually like a panic feeling that everyone I love is dying. Not dying from a disease, it's usually like everyone I love is dying at this moment and I can't help, you know? Oh, hey Jess, happy crafting, thanks. So yeah, for me it's a little bit more of like a panicky anxiety and like a dread feeling, but mindfulness has been helping. It's been doing, like, reminding myself, like, my anxiety is about things I can't really control right now. Like, I can't make everybody wear a mask. I just can't. So I can't panic about it because I can't stop it from happening. So I say, like, I am washing my hands lots of times a day. I am wearing my mask when I go out. I am safe. My partner is safe. Hey there, Jansen, F. Jansen, nice to see you. I am well, thank you. I don't judge people by their beauty, but I judge them if they don't wear a mask in public. I judge them if I'm able to see their beauty. It should be covered up with a mask right now. Although it's been kind of nice to not have to really be concerned about my appearance when going out. That's one nice thing about 2020. I can just go out looking like a complete bum and nobody even knows. Because I have a mask on and a hat and a coat. You know. One day, I didn't know if I could get home after a very short trip out of town because of wildfires. Yeah, like, that kind of thing gives me a little bit of anxiety. Stresses me out. The day will come and everything will be done and all of our happiness and normal life will come back. Fingers crossed. Hi, Michelle. Oh, hey, Scrappy, nice to see you. How are you? I am well. Well, now that I've been talking about anxiety, I'm feeling a little anxious, but other than that, I'm well. Some people can't wear them if they have a problem. I wear mine, that's all I worry about. I'm covered, so I'm not to be worried. I mean, I wish that worked for me, but it doesn't. I get rage. I get rage in my heart. And like, it's like dark rage when I see people going into the supermarket without one. I don't ask them why they're not wearing one. I just internally hate that they're not. Just got home from work and saw you were doing a live. Yes, I'm filming today and I already filmed the voice portion of it. I just have to finish crocheting the rectangle. I'm making a hat. And I already finished the filming portion that I need. And I was going to be just sitting here watching a video or something. I was watching the Queen's Gambit, but I was sitting watching a video and then I was like, why don't I just stream? We can hang out together and chat while I'm doing this crochet. Because I have to do this anyway. Like this is what I had to do today, is I had to finish this hat. And I have to finish the rectangle because I have to finish the filming before 4 o'clock. So hopefully I can, because that's when the sun starts going down. I'm working on a hat. So I've made a hat pattern. Okay, let me just do this one more time. I'm gonna do this like explanation of my new plan. Wow, you're good at doing that without looking. I made the pattern so easy you don't need to look, honest to goodness, because it's like half double crochet into the big holes. Wilma, yeah, I am safe. I am safe. My family is safe. Literally, like, nobody in my family is dying right now. Stop worrying about that. And you know what? It helps. Oh, there we go. 50 in the live. Haven't been in a while. Yeah, honestly, there's not normally 50. I think it's the time of day. I think more people are free right now. Those kind of people that say, hold on, maybe I'm a bad person, but I'm happy now. I don't have to kiss everybody and get touched. Honestly, that is one benefit too. People stay away, which I really do like. I like that people have to wear masks, and I like that people stay 6 feet away from me. Honestly, pandemic or not, I think we should keep the masks and I think we should keep the social distancing. Just in general, because I don't want people's breath on the things I'm gonna buy. Like if I'm buying, like the only thing I can think of is like the olives at the grocery store. We have like a thing where the olives are exposed to the world and you just like scoop out what you want. And now thinking about those like pictures or videos where they show how far your spit goes when you're talking, just knowing that that has always been like, ew, I don't want anybody to spit on stuff anyway. 2 family members, Jesus, I'm sorry. Yikes, I'm sorry. I watched it all in one day. Hold on. Did you really? I've watched episode so far. And I have it on my to watch list, but I haven't had time to stream. Yeah, I've just been on YouTube a lot, and I started Netflix up again because I feel like I watched all of YouTube. There isn't any more YouTube. I watched it all. Obviously not. But I am feeling a lot more motivated lately because I'm taking care of myself and taking care of our home a little bit better. I feel like I'm keeping things like neater in my heart. Oh, is it? Well, good. I'm excited. Luckily, I've always been a germaphobe, and I don't like people near me. Well, I was never a germaphobe. I was never one, like, I would come home, and Alex, whenever we go out, for our whole relationship, when we come home, he washed his hands. You know what I mean? He just did that. That was part of his, like, thing. We'd come home from doing nothing. Like, we'd go for a drive, or we'd come home from whatever before the pandemic, and he would always wash his hands. And I never did that. That was just not something that occurred to me because I am a messy human being. But now that the pandemic has happened, I wash my hands all the time, and I have to like moisturize them all the time because they get so dry from washing. But I mean, Alex didn't have trouble doing that. Like, for me, germs are now, I just don't want other people's germs like anywhere near my home. Like, I don't want people coming into my house. I don't want to have to think about it. And having chickens makes me wash my hands all the time, which is also good. They're so much better. This is so much better than anything on TV just now. Aw, well, I'm glad, because I'm having more fun than watching TV right now. Jeez Louise. Hold on. See, that's what's nice about having this community. We can kind of chat about the awful stuff, and it's still, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit easier, just because you could say whatever you're feeling and it's not really gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to, like, say a lot of the things that I think or feel to the people in my IRL life because it's heavy, but it's nice to have this online community where we can just sort of breathe and chat out our feelings. Okay, so I have to say it again though, because I want to explain it. I must go. I'm putting Hunter to bed. Okay, have a good rest of your day, and good night, Hunter. I was scared of getting it because I have, yeah, until today I'm okay. Well, Marta, stay safe. For sure, for real. Keep washing your hands and wearing your mask. I feel like, what else can we really do, you know? And have you ever made barefoot sandals? No, I have not. Run out of Star Trek reruns until tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna watch The Queen's Gambit because it can play while I'm crocheting, and I'm crocheting again because my wrists are doing better, which is great. But I have my new plan, my new YouTube plan. The new plan, the new goal, we'll see how long it lasts, but you know what I mean. I'm doing my best. And the plan right now is make my patterns as I usually do. Is that wide enough to go around a head yet? It's got to be coming up pretty close. Maybe a couple more rows. Anyway, what I've been doing is, you guys know I make my patterns in my pattern book. Well, up until now they've just been for me, like I don't do anything with them, I just have them in my bullet journal so I remember the things I've made. But what I'm doing now is I'm taking pretty pictures of my stuff, like this is the first one that I put on Patreon, but I'm taking pretty pictures of the pattern, which I'm writing out properly in my bullet journal, like actually writing the steps down. And I'm taking pictures of these with like curated photos, you know what I mean, like overhead shots on my desk. And I'm putting them on Patreon. So everybody who's a patron will have access to all of the written patterns for, well, I guess it's not free, for $2 a month. So all the patrons will have my patterns. That way the bullet journal has like a purpose, but I was already doing that anyway. So it's not like it's giving me extra work. All I have to do is take a photo because I was already doing that, like the bullet journal spread. Maybe I'm doing a little bit more work on the bullet journal spread now, but like it's something that I kind of was already doing, so that's good. The other thing I'm doing for only patrons is an additional bonus stream. So there's going to be 2 streams moving forward, like in the new year. The plan for the Last Minute Laura channel is a video every week or every 2 weeks. I'm not going to make my videos something that stresses me out anymore. It's going to be when I finish the video, I'll put it out. So my goal is going to be 1 a week up to 1 every 2 weeks, but like no more gap than that. And then there's going to be 3 streams a week. 2 streams for everybody in the world, and then 1 stream that's private. It's only going to be for patrons. So patrons, their exclusive stuff will be access to all my patterns and an extra live stream. And I guess like behind the scenes clips when I film them. But my YouTube facing thing will be 2 live streams and a tutorial every week. I think that's fairly reasonable. So that's my goal right now. That's my plan. That's what I've been doing for at least the last couple of days. I've been following through with, if I don't film, I have to edit that day. So every day I have to either film a little bit of something or edit a little bit of something. That way every day I'm at least moving forward in the YouTube sphere. And so far it's been working. I have this nighttime routine. You know what? There's a lot of people here. This could be helpful. I was gonna wait till Wednesday, but we don't have that many people on Wednesdays, so maybe I'll tell you now because it's kind of, I think it's pretty useful. It's been really helping me. I have my nighttime routine. It says, wind down and breathe. Those things can be hard. Hold on. I agreed. I always struggle with anxiety when my mom and her friends come over and chat, like they always stick or sit together. Yeah, and remove their masks while talking, but luckily, yeah, good. I'm glad your dad made them start wearing them again. Okay, Grandma didn't have, oh gosh. That's awful. I'm sorry, Galactic. It's not funny how anxiety, people get even more anxious when they talk about stuff that makes them anxious, right? Like, thanks a lot, anxiety. Not helpful. Yeah, you'd think that, right? Because when you talk about things that are upsetting, it helps you get through the upset. When you talk about things that are anxiety-provoking, it just makes it worse. Okay, so here's what I do at night to get myself ready to go to sleep. I was having like really bad insomnia for like a couple of weeks. I was having it to the point where I wouldn't say I slept hours. Like it was like I slept little chunks of 15 minutes a few times throughout the night. Like it was terrible. It was not great. I was taking like 3-hour naps from 10 a.m. until like lunchtime. So it wasn't working. So you guys recommended I make myself some rules, make myself a nighttime routine. So I did, and I've been following it. Here is what I've been doing. So 7:30, make a list, plan out tomorrow, or doodle in your bullet journal. From 7:30 to 8, it's bullet journal time. Whatever that means to me on that day, I have to be in my bullet journal for 30 minutes. 8 p.m., take my melatonin for now until, I don't know how long you take melatonin for, but I'm not even halfway through my bottle of gummies, so I'm figuring I'm okay to be taking it still. So take melatonin, 8 o'clock, tidy the kitchen, which has been a life changer for me. Tidying the kitchen each night is amazing. I wake up in the morning and I already have the kettle filled and my teacup in front of the kettle. So useful, because I wake up and I can just turn the kettle on and be a zombie while I go turn on all my lights, but everything's ready. So clean the kitchen at night, every night now. I tidy the kitchen, prep tea for the morning, and drink a big glass of water. So I have my big glass of water at 8 o'clock, which maybe I should change that to earlier so that I don't have to pee at like 11, but whatever. 8:30, wash my face, moisturize, brush my teeth, and then tidy up the bathroom. I make an absolute dumpster fire of my bathroom on a nearly daily basis. Like if I wear any makeup, the bathroom is trashed. It's just, I can't do a little thing without making a big mess. So yeah, tidy the bathroom, which has also been awesome because waking up in the morning to wash my face and brush my teeth and having the sink be nice and clean, it's a good feeling, you know? Okay, so that's 8:30. And then 9 o'clock, turn off the lizard's lights, which is these lights over here. Stretch or do yoga, whichever one I'm feeling like. Let Thunder out to pee, and then chat with Alex. 9:30, turn out the lights, put my wrist braces on, and then go to sleep. And let me tell you, it's been working. And I made a bullet journal spread, which I'm going to share on my Patreon, of what I'm doing, my plans and what I'm doing. And then also, let me show you this other bullet journal spread because I'm proud of it. I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see it in proper writing. Look at that. It's just hard for me to work with the camera this way, so I'm going to flip it back after. But I did a how-to single crochet. I drew out what you gotta do to look at this. I drew this. Are you kidding me? And then I wrote out detailed instructions on how to do a single crochet. I've also done how to do a double crochet. This one is not finished yet. I haven't done the pen outlines of it. And then the hat that I'm working on right now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now for patrons. Sorry, I have to flip it back because I need it to be a reflection so I know where to point. If it's like a filming me, then I point in the wrong direction, basically. Don't worry about it. It's like a whole thing. I love bullet journals. I love bullet journals too. I also love bullet journals because bullet journals are literally the best thing ever, especially if you have chronic, I think it's always going to be chronic, but ADHD. It keeps me in line. Writing things down is how I keep myself sane. Looks so good, your handwriting. Oh God, my handwriting is like a 12-year-old boy. I appreciate your compliment, but I also could never show you my sister's handwriting. My older sister and my younger sister have beautiful, like it looks like typed, like not, it looks like typed Comic Sans the way my sisters write. Like it's literally the most beautiful little bubble writing, and mine is always, it's scratchy. It's a scratchy writing. I don't care anymore. Like I used to be self-conscious. Now I'm just like, that's me trying to write neat enough so you guys can read it. Aw, thanks, Wilma. Marta, scrappy and everything that has to do with lists. Yes, I make double effort to do it all. It's really good to keep track on good habits. Totally, having a list, giving myself something to check off, I mean, it's good. It's a good feeling. Plus, it helps me like stay organized. Like, I know I have a vet appointment tomorrow. I know where it is, when it is, and I have the phone number for the vet clinic. So, you know, looks so good. Thanks. And yes, Laura, and nice night routine is the best. I agree. I love waking up to a nice tidy home, especially kitchen and bathroom. Yeah. Galactic. At least you didn't have dreams about your math teacher being a psychopath, such as myself. Thank you, Wilma. I rather had dreams that Kim and Kanye bought the house I was living in and were trying to evict me, and I was using the Landlord-Tenant Act to not allow them to evict me. That happened in my dream. Kanye and Kim came and bought my house, and they were like, you guys need to move out, and I was like, I'm not moving out. You need to give us 60 days notice. And then proceeded to dream about those 60 days, like, of living with Kim and Kanye. And their 4 children. Very bizarre. I don't know why. I don't even keep up with them. Literally keep up with the Kardashians. I don't. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think the melatonin is doing that, which is fine because it's allowing me to fall asleep, I think. I honestly don't know if it's doing anything. I hope it's doing something because, I mean, at least they're gummies. So it's like a tasty treat right before bed. Galactic. I used to draw and sketch all of my words, especially in essays. You used to like draw out your words? Yeah, I've tried to make my stuff like in cursive. I can do cursive for like letter writing and stuff, but when I write stream of consciousness ever, it's so messy. And when I write from a previously written thing, like when I'm rewriting something, it comes out worse than the first time. It's fine. I can draw to explain things. But yeah, my nighttime routine I think has been helping me. It's also just been helping me be more organized because then I can come sit down in the morning and everything is set up for me for the next day. So it's harder to have a day where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, you know? I wake up and I already have plans. Like today, I have to still call the oil company and order oil. That was on the list for today. So I have to do that. Haven't done it yet, but I will. But tomorrow's the day I'm looking forward to. I'm excited for CJ to go to the vet, and it's a new vet, so hopefully this vet's gonna know what's wrong with him, and they will probably be doing some blood work. It's a drop off and pick up, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet because I haven't done it, but you drop off your animal in like these double doors, and then you go back to your car, they pick up your animal, and then they call you. So you're like on speakerphone while they're doing the exam because you can't go in because of COVID. Did you get your wrist all sorted out with the doctor? Yes. So I have an appointment for this, what did they call it? I wrote it down. So yes, partially. I have I would say most of it sorted. The only thing that I don't yet have sorted is the appointment that I have, but it's not until a long time from now. The next open appointment it's in August. I have an appointment. I just don't remember what the thing is called, and I know I wrote it down. That's what I'm trying to find right now. Come on, Laura, where did you put it? Well, I wrote it down somewhere, which is, I wrote it down on my phone, not in real life. See, I need to write things down hard copy. Anyway, yes, I have an appointment for a specific type of carpal tunnel thing in August, because that's the soonest available appointment, which is crazy. But I'm doing that. But yes, with my family doctor, I've already had things now. Now I have braces that I have to wear at night. I am taking additional medication that's not prescription, just like supplements and vitamins and stuff that my doctor recommended. And I'm having a day off between crochet days. So I'm doing what I can, and the doctor's pretty much said that's not pretty much. She told me what I should be taking, and so I mean, so far so good. I think I needed the break from crochet though. I think I needed my wrists to just be not doing this for a while, and I think that was the best thing. Good luck at the vet, CJ. Yeah, hold on. The husband has Britain's Strongest Man on. I've got my crochet out. So CJ is going to the vet because he's still very skinny. He is eating, but not nearly enough, and he's still drinking. He's still using the bathroom. He hasn't had an accident outside of his litter box in, I don't think it's been 2 weeks, but it's definitely been at least 1 week. So hopefully they'll figure out what's wrong with him, if anything. There is a possibility that there's nothing wrong with him. He's just old and tired and like geriatric, which is fine. I just want to know because I don't like worrying about him all the time. We had to do something similar with our dog Lady in July. You have to call the vet and let them know you're there, and they come and get your dog from the parking lot. Oh, here it's weird. It's like a double doors, like, so there's just no interacting with the vet. But that's fine. CJ is a really chill animal. He doesn't get, like, he's not stressed about getting in the car. He's not stressed about being in his cat carrier. He's not stressed about the vet. He just doesn't have that fear instilled in him. So, I mean, works for me. I'm glad he's not afraid. Because Thunder, I would feel so bad taking him to a vet and like leaving him there. Oh, also I booked the neuter appointment for Scout, my parents' kitten that we got him in the summer. We got my dad for his birthday. We got him a kitten named Scout. And he's already had all his shots, but he has his neuter appointment next week. So that's good. Hold on a second. maybe one more row. No, 2 more rows. Anyway, oh, bye Sega, have a good rest of your night. And I'm all caught up. So yeah, I have plans, basically. I'm trying to stay organized, and my organization, I think it's paying off. It's working well. We've had to visit the vet 3 times during the last several months, and we just do the park. The vet or vet tech comes out, and they take the animals in and call us. They bring them out and talk to us at a distance. It's not too bad. Yeah, the last time I took CJ to the vet was in fall, and our vet is like an old country vet. I think October was the last time we went with CJ to the vet, because November the vet stopped being a vet for a year. He's taking a year off. So we had to get a new vet. So I have a new vet, and I haven't met them yet. Haven't met her yet. I don't remember the doctor's name, but they mentioned it when we were booking the appointment. Glad you were able to see the doctor about your wrist. Yeah, me too. Because it was a bummer. But honestly, I think it was like kind of needed. Like I needed something to tell me to stop crocheting so that I could like miss it again, because I was like not missing it because I was just not crocheting out of choice. But then when I wanted to crochet again, my wrists were bad. So now I can crochet again, and I know that I have to like set limits. I can't just crochet for 10 hours and then, you know, be fine. That's not the way my wrists are anymore. And I was like, oh, will this be cured? And the doctor was like, no, this is just how you live now, basically. Basically, I have to be more careful. My wrists, my joints in general. She's doing I have a blood test to take for markers for some degeneration of joint something. Obviously, I was listening very hard. But anyway, hopefully it just doesn't get worse. I only crochet from September till about April or May. Well, maybe I should do that. But I wasn't. And I was working outside a lot using, what are they called? Like pruning shears for trees and stuff. So I was doing a lot of hand work, like on the outside garden, and I had just overworked my carpal tunnel, you know? So, alas. I'm about to finish, friends, and then I'm gonna go, because I have to go film the outro where I put this together now, and I think this is long enough to make it around my head, so that means it'll be a comfy beanie. Oh, it smells nice. Like wool. So actually, I'm gonna go. We've been here 2 hours. It's been nice to hang out, but I'm done my hat, so I have to go put it together on camera, so I have to go because I can't talk to you and talk to that camera. I can only do one at a time. But I'll be back Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. I'll be back here and we'll hang out from 8 until 10. But thanks for coming. And for all of you new people who came today, welcome. I'm glad you were here. Subscribe, like the video, that sort of stuff. But yeah, love you all. See you Wednesday. Wish me luck with my filming. And wish me luck with CJ at the vet tomorrow. Bye.